Hey guys, it's China and today I'm going to be ranking Halloween candies into a tier list, and I feel like I have some pretty controversial opinions, so let's get right into this. First off, I'm going to put 100 grand in average, and then I feel like it's kind of similar to Crunch, so I'm going to put Crunch and good. 100 grand is not a bad candy bar, but I feel like it's just too thick to be as good as Crunch is, and Crunch is thin. It makes it better than 100 grand, so I think those are good spots for those two. I'm going to put Three Musketeers in below average, and honestly, this could be trash, so I got to think about that for a second. But Three Musketeers, you're chewing it apart, and it has the marshmallow in it, and marshmallow, it's like if a s'more tasted really, really bad, is what it tastes like. It's just not good at all, Three Musketeers. It's almost trash, but I'm gonna keep it in below average for now, at least. Airheads are another below average, and I have a couple gripes on Airheads here. Not only do they taste pretty bad to me they taste below average. I have braces on right now, and I'm not like really allowed to eat Airheads. I feel like they kind of rip them apart. I'm not gonna try that. So I have a bit of an issue with Airheads. I think that oh boy. Yeah, I mean, they're not inclusive to me. So they might have to go in trash. But like Musketeers for now, I'll keep it in below average. But Airheads taste pretty bad. Almond Joys, yeah, no, wouldn't eat it for my life. You can't have, first of all, I like almonds. You can't put them in chocolate. I'm sorry. Even with Snickers. You can't do it. So you gotta keep the nuts away from like the candy. So that's the first reason I want to eat it for my life. The second reason is they have the worst food ever created in it. Coconut. Coconut, I mean, I guess it wasn't ever created because it's natural. Anyway, coconut tastes so bad. So you have a nut and coconut in a candy bar. Like, what are they thinking? Do they want people to dog on them and put it in wouldn't eat it for my life tier? That's horrible. Almond Joys are really awful. Baby Ruths, oh boy, you know what? No, we're putting them both in trash here. I'm Three Musketeers is moving down. I'll keep Airheads in below average. But the thing with Baby Ruth, again, we have the nuts in it, and it's not as bad as Almond Joys where I wouldn't eat it for my life. At least it's, it doesn't have coconut in it. Anytime you put coconut in anything, it's going in, wouldn't eat it for my life. It's horrible. But Baby Ruth have nuts and ugh, gross, disgusting, trash. Blow Pops, I'm gonna put in, nope, below average. I'm being harsh today. I'm putting Blow Pops in below average. It is a subpar lollipop, maybe average, but I'd say subpar lollipop. I think that the lollipop is okay. So if it's just a lollipop, it's an average candy. However, you have the gum in the middle, and it's tiny. It's pretty much flavorless after 2 bites, and it's been sitting in a lollipop. Nope, trash. I'm sorry, but it's not good. Blow Pops are not good. We're moving on. Okay, Butterfingers, here's where I can be a little bit nicer. I'm not a humongous fan, but I'm not gonna, they don't have gum in there that tastes like it's 100 years old, or nuts in it like these two, or coconut. At least it has some peanut butter, and it's a good average candy to me. Next is candy corn, okay? And we just recently broke out the candy corn for Halloween this year, and if I was making this before we, got the candy corn out, I'm gonna put it in great, honestly. But since I've had it, it has a pretty nasty aftertaste. A lot worse than I remember. But it's good for the time being before the aftertaste, so I'm gonna put it in average. I'm being pretty harsh today, but candy corn's average. I don't know what this is, but it looks like the wrapper's still on it, and it looks really gross. Trash. I don't know. Any lollipop that comes in its singular wrap that's like a square, they're like too lazy to wrap it around like a blow pop. It's trash. Circus peanuts. Wouldn't eat it for my life. Now, this is unpopular. People really like Circus peanuts. I hate them. I'm not gonna say anything else. Circus peanuts suck. I'm sorry. Wouldn't eat it for my life. Dots? No. Also horrible. You have a gumdrop. Gumdrops suck. And these are even chewier. They don't have any sugar on them, and it tastes like eating a Swedish fish. Where's Swedish fish? Where are you guys? No, here you are. Trash. Exact same thing. They're literally the same thing, except one of them is taller. One of them's longer. They both suck, and I both wouldn't eat them for my life. And I have one more gripe about Swedish fish. They're always stale. I've never had any fresh Swedish fish, unless that's just how they taste. If that's how they taste, man, we need another tier maybe. But for now, I'll keep them there. Next is Double Bubble. Now, I'm a baseball fan. It's kind of a baseball thing, bubble gum. But Double Bubble is not below average. It's trash. Listen, you have 5 bites of it, and then you have no taste. And for the 5 bites, like you have some gums that taste good for 5 bites. No. This gum sucks for 5 bites, and then it loses its taste. So you know what? Honestly, I'm excited when it loses its taste because I don't have to taste it anymore. Wouldn't eat it for my life. Okay, I feel like I'm being a little bit too mean to Double Bubble because at least it has something to do with baseball, kinda. So I'll keep it in trash. Which, don't think trash is good. Double Bubble, you still suck, but I'll keep it in trash. Okay, Dum Dums, I don't want to say they're great because it's just a lollipop, but man, they're really good. And I like lollipops a lot. I have an issue with Blow Pops. They're almost too big, and like I said, that nasty gum. Dum Dums are good. The stick kind of tastes bad at the end, like you have the tiny thing. I'm not biting it off. I'm getting everything I can out of the flavor. The stick kind of starts to get soggy. It's a little bit suspicious. We're gonna keep them in good. They're definitely not great, but we'll keep them in good. Okay, Fun Dip's gonna go in average. Now, here's the thing. I've had Fun Dip one time since I got my braces on, and I've had my braces on for almost 2 years now. The thing with Fun Dip is, I used to think it was good. I tried to have it with braces, and I literally thought I broke my braces every time. Like, I got my finger in my mouth, and I'm, like, checking to make sure I did not break one of my brackets off. That stick is, like, really hard, and it doesn't taste good with the candy on it, because it gets everywhere, and then it's like, oh, no, it's nasty. It's nasty. It's below average. It's not as nasty as these things in trash, but, oh, it almost is. We'll keep it in below average. The cherry is down here, but blue raspberry kind of revives it. It's below average, but, man, it's, boy, it's close to trash. Gobs Topper. Whew. Boy, I'm gonna put him in average. Well, it kind of looks like a gumball. It's not a gumball. It's kind of like a jawbreaker. No, below average. No, you can't just chew into him. You have to, like, suck on him for 30 minutes, and then you have an average result. So, the taste is average. I think as a whole, it's below average. Candy? I don't know. It's really not a candy to me. On to the next one, we have Haribo Gold Bears. I'm not a huge fan of gummy bears, but I can respect it because sometimes it tastes good. Like, sometimes gummy bears taste alright. Now, I don't want some, like, right now. Like, right now, they don't sound good. But every once in a while, gummy bears taste good, or they hit the spot. Average, I think, is a good spot for them. Hershey's are good, and to me, Hershey's are best with other things, like in s'mores, you know, I think that's better than just having them plain. Nobody really hands out plain Hershey's, I don't feel like, but I think Hershey's is a good candy. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's definitely a good candy. Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Now, the first time I had this, I probably would have put it in great, and my sister got one the other day and I had it. It was horrible. It tasted really bad. Like, the first bite was actually okay. Second bite, like, oh, no. Below average. Below average. It was bad. Hot tamales are going below average. I don't like spicy things to begin with. And then you add in the whole, like, I guess it's a jelly bean. Jelly beans suck, too. I don't know. I'm not a fan of hot tamales, but I'm not going to call them trash. Yeah. Hot tamales, I think below average is a good spot for them. Oh, there's jelly beans. Yeah, no. Jelly beans are trash. Blue raspberry, that's the only flavor that's okay. But then every other flavor tastes like you're eating a Bean Boozled. It's like they accidentally did the packaging wrong. They meant to put Bean Boozled on it because they all suck except blue raspberry. And even blue raspberry is not great. Jelly beans are trash. Jolly Ranchers. Now here is where we move into the beast category. Nope. Never mind. We keep them down here. Here's why. The blue raspberry, I guess we're kind of noticing a trend. I like blue raspberry. I didn't realize I liked it this much. Blue raspberry is a beast candy. Watermelon, I used to hate it. I had it the other day. It was good. Green apple, okay. Grape, good. Cherry, no. Any cherry candy, especially Jolly Ranchers. Every other flavor is probably close to beast, especially blue raspberry. And cherry sucks. I'm sorry. I want to give them beast because nobody else is up there, but they're horrible. They're horrible. Cherry's horrible. Junior mints are horrible. These, yeah, wouldn't eat them for my life. You give me a handful of Junior mints, I would rather eat pretty much everything else on this bottom row besides Almond Joys and a circus peanut. They are really, really bad. It almost tastes like you have a peppermint patty, but then it gets ruined by, like, a dot. No. Junior mints are really bad. I know people that like them, and I'm sorry if you like those because your taste buds must be messed up. They're really bad. Kit Kat is our first candy that goes in beast, and I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if anybody really hates Kit Kats. The chocolate's good, always melted, but it's still good, and the inside of it tastes good. It's crunchy. Kit Kats are where it's at. Kit Kats are awesome. It's a very humble beast up here for Kit Kat. Laffy Taffy. Now, Laffy Taffy tastes great, but since they're not inclusive to my braces, I'm going to put them in good. Grape's good, and then that banana or yellow, I don't know, I think it's banana, is maybe worse than anything down here, besides Almond Joys and circus peanuts. The banana, or what the yellow flavor, is really, really, really bad. It's kind of like the same situation with Jolly Ranchers, is I just can't move it up any farther because of how bad one of the flavors is. But I'm going to keep Laffy Taffy in good. I don't know if I've ever had a lemon. Nope, I take that back. I've had lemon heads. I'm going to put an average because I do not remember. But I do remember getting these, so I've had to have one. Oh, Lifesavers. Okay. So, here's the thing with Lifesavers. They taste like trash. They're soft, and they have that cherry flavor, which is dreadful. And I'm going to keep them in below average instead of trash. Because of this experiment, it's like the Fred the Worm experiment. We did it in like first grade. We have to get the worm in the Lifesaver, and I really liked that. And I don't know, that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to give Lifesavers some credit for having a fun activity in first grade that is linked with them. I'm going to put them in below average. Next is M&M's. I'm going to put M&M's in great. M&M's are solid, and they like Junior Mints, except, no, they're nothing like Junior Mints, because Junior Mints suck and M&M's are good. I can't say anything else about M&M's. They're a great candy. Oh, Mike and Ike. You thought I hated everything down here. I'm gonna give Mike and Ike's their own row, and it's just gonna be called Mike and Ike's. Okay, Mike and Ike's are gonna go down here. They're like a hot tamale, which I don't like, but they're not hot. And they're like a jelly bean, which I don't like, but they don't have any flavor at all. Like, these Mike and Ike's, they're actually the worst candy in the world. Mike, Ike, you guys gotta get your crap together and make a decent candy. Milk Duds, I also want to eat for my life. I mean, I don't want to eat rabbit poop or goat poop or whatever it is. They taste horrible. I'm not gonna even elaborate on them because I'm not even sure they're chocolate. We're gonna keep them and want to eat it for my life. Milky Way's a below. No, I'll put it in average. I don't have much to say about Milky Way. I feel like that's kind of a middle of the road candy bar. Yeah, we'll keep Milky Way at average. Mr. Good Bar, I've never had one of them. Containing peanuts, unbelievable. Learn from these other people. Nerds are good. Not much else to say about them. I'm not a fan of, like, all the different flavors they have. Like, if you could just stay with pink and purple, you'd be just fine. Nerd Ropes are even better than Nerds, honestly. And, yeah, I think good is a good spot for Nerds. I'm not a huge fan of Payday. Honestly, I'd say they're below average. But my brother really likes Payday. They're, like, one of his favorite candy bars. So for that sake, I'll put them in average, because they can't be below average if he really likes them that much. So we'll keep them in average. Peanut M&Ms is another average candy. Its brother M&Ms up here are great. And this is the only time where a company got away with putting nuts in their candy. Because the thing is, they didn't try to disguise the nut. Like, it's literally called peanut M&Ms. So you have a Baby Ruth, you're like, oh man, I get to have a Baby Ruth. And then you bite into it and it has nuts in it. Like, it doesn't give you any warning at all. At least peanut M&Ms gives you a warning that it's going to have nuts in it. So I'll give them an average. Pixie Sticks. Pixie Sticks, man, I don't know. I don't know what to think of them. I'm going to put them in good. They could be great, except you can't even actually get the pixie out of the stick, if you know what I mean. Like, it gets soggy. I don't know what the deal is with Pixie Sticks. Sometimes I don't think they actually put Pixie in it, and it's just empty, and you would never know because it doesn't come out anyway. So we're gonna keep Pixie Sticks in good. Crap! No! Average! I'm sorry, they're going in average. Oh, Pop Rocks make me extremely uncomfortable. I'm not a fan. Like, I don't feel like it's good to have stuff like exploding in my mouth. I don't know. I just don't feel healthy eating these at all, and like, I also just don't feel healthy eating any of these things, but especially these. Like, no. Crash. Red Vines. Whew, man, they might have to go with Mike and Ike's. They're that bad. Whew, man, Mike, Ike, you guys got some competition. We're gonna put Red Vines down here, and these guys aren't ranked horizontally, but Red Vines is. It's like if I could put it here in between Mike and Ike and wouldn't eat for my life, I would. Red Vines suck. It tastes like a plastic bag that you like ringed up and then, you know, spritz some cherry flavor onto it. That's actually exactly what it tastes like. And while we're at it, let's put Twizzlers out there. I guess Twizzlers is more of like a plastic bag, and Red Vines is just like, I guess, the better version of Twizzlers, but man, they both are horrible. Reese's to me are a beast candy. However, they aren't going to go in beast, because can you tell me the last time that you had a fresh Reese's? No, they don't exist. Either they're really melted, or the peanut butter is like flaky inside, but every once in a while you get like a fresh Reese's, and those are even above Kit Kats. But I have not had one in a couple years now, it feels like. So we're going to put Reese's in great. Reese's Pieces! Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces are average. I like peanut butter. I like chocolate. Reese's Pieces did not capitalize great on the whole chocolate peanut butter thing, to be quite honest. But, you know, they didn't suck it up like some of these other candies did. So I'm going to keep them in average. Ring Pops. All right. Well, I've not had a Ring Pop in a while. But as a really young kid, I had them. And I'm going to put them in good. And you have the Ring Pop on your finger, at least from what I can remember. And by the time you're done, your finger's all sticky, and it's like blue or whatever color the Ring Pop was. So your finger's all sticky. The ring's actually kind of hard to get off sometimes. Like, sometimes they make the ring way too small. Sometimes like the ring stretches out and the plastic breaks, and then you lose your Ring Pop. So that's actually horrible. That is maybe the worst feeling you can have. So we're gonna keep them in good, but man, yeah, your fingers feel pretty gross after having one of those, and it's also weird to have. Like, that's why I haven't had them in a while. I'm not saying, you know, like, oh man, they taste good, but I'm not gonna suck on my finger over here. That just feels kind of strange. So we're gonna keep them in good for now, at least. They might have to move down, honestly. Pretty embarrassing. Oof, Rolos, I'm gonna put them in trash, and they're actually really close to wouldn't eat it for my life. But I have not had a Rolo in a long time because I had one of them, hated it, and moved on, and I won't ever have one again, I don't think. But they're not as bad as these. You know what? Maybe I was kind of harsh on Junior Mints, but I don't care. Yeah, no, they're definitely wouldn't eat it for my life. But Rolos are really bad. Not quite down here with these, but they're really bad. Skittles! I have not had Skittles in a couple of years. I named my rabbit. I had a rabbit a couple of years ago. I named him Skittle. Honestly, couldn't tell you why. I never really liked Skittles that much, but you know, I don't know why I named him Skittle. But we'll keep Skittles in average, and I feel like that's pretty good. Smarties! I'm gonna put Smarties in good. My grandma used to always have these in her purse or something, so I feel like I kind of overate on Smarties. but they're not bad. I think they're good. I like Smarties. Snickers is the only exception where nuts are allowed. And actually, I'm not going to put them in great. It's my mom's favorite candy bar. I'm going to put them in good. I guess this is an exception where nuts are allowed. Snickers are okay. I'd say they're better than average. When I think of a candy bar, I think of Snickers. So for that reason, I think they're like the base candy bar. I'll put them in good. I'm going to put Sour Patch in below average, and the thing is with these is you get these, you're like, oh man, I got Sour Patch, and then when you realize they're Sour Patch Kids, it's kind of depressing. They're horrible. No, they're not horrible, but they're horrible compared to Sour Patch Watermelon, which are honestly probably beast, but I'm going to keep Sour Patch in below average. I don't think it's awful, but I wouldn't say it's good. Starburst! Okay, Starburst Pink are great, but you have, I don't know, probably, 12 Starbursts per package, and like 3 of them are pink. You're not gonna like look forward to having your yellow Starburst or your cherry Starburst or even your orange Starburst. So you're gonna have 3 of those Starbursts, and then think about what you're actually eating. You're eating like the 2 packs. So Starburst it's only good if it's pink, and everything else sucks. So below average it is. Sweet Tarts Original. I don't know where to put these. I haven't had these in a while. I'm gonna put them below average. I feel like they're a little bit too sweet. Yeah, I'll keep them below average. I don't know what else to say about those. A Tootsie Pop. All right, where's Blow Pops? I'll put them right next to Blow Pops. It's the same thing. Oh, while we're at it, Tootsie Rolls. Horrible. And actually, we'll put Tootsie Pops with Tootsie Rolls so they can be brothers because they're equally as bad. Here's the thing. You have a lollipop that is subpar at best. And then you get to the Tootsie Roll, which once again is way too small to be half decent. And then you have the actual Tootsie Rolls, and they don't taste good at all. These both, I wouldn't eat them for my life. They're both horrible candies. Twix, I'm going to put good. I would put Twix in great if they told us what left and right Twix meant. Like, if you look it up, it says like one side is more caramel. I don't buy any of that crap. I'm pretty sure they're the same. So I don't know if they're trying to get in my head here or anything, but I'm going to move them down a rank because of the left and right Twix bullcrap. Warheads, I'm going to go in trash. No. That's kind of rude. They're a little too sour for me. Like, I like sour candies, I feel like, but, man, Warheads, I think, take it to a whole new level. And I've had more sour things before, but Warheads are too sour, I feel like, sometimes. Like, you don't want to get an M&M, eat your M&Ms on Halloween, and then go straight to a Warhead. Like, that's just not a good combination. You ought to have Warheads, like, by themselves, just one of them, and you better have water nearby. Whoppers, I'm going to put in average, which is actually really unsatisfying because this makes this average look bigger. So for that reason, they're going below average because it's less satisfying to have a double row of average. I'm sorry, Whoppers, you guys are an average candy, but I care about the satisfaction of the looks and the aesthetics of this tier list. They're going in below average for that reason. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see more tier list content from me.